Today we're going to be talking about networking. We'll talk about why you should network, your network, and then how to expand on that network through reaching out. So one reason to network is to access the hidden job market. The hidden job market refers to jobs that are available but that are never formally posted. So about 40 to 60% of jobs are found this way. So you're probably wondering, why wouldn't someone advertise? Well, not advertising saves companies time and money. It allows them to hire internally, which some prefer because internal applicants understand the needs of the job and have a vested interest in recommending good candidates. It also allows companies to keep hiring decisions quiet. For example, if they're opening a new branch but don't want the public to know that yet. And sometimes a job is going to be posted, but it just hasn't been posted yet. So it's a helpful way to get a heads up on a position as well. Another reason to network is to get field-specific advice from industry professionals on your job application, on companies in your field, and to make other contacts. So the CLBR is here as a resource to get you moving in the right direction, but we're not experts in all the fields we advise in. And we advise in a lot of fields. So we do know how to connect you with someone in your specific field of interest who can then give you the field-specific advice that you need. A third reason to network is that it helps you to stay informed in the field, where it might be especially important that you know the trends. For example, the preferred certification in human resources has changed in the last 5 years. So if you are looking for jobs in HR, you'd want to make sure that you have that newer certification. Another example is that the vernacular may change regularly within a field, and you want to know what terms are currently being used in order to appear knowledgeable in your job applications. So now let's talk about the network that you already have. And yes, you do have a network and you should use it as much as you can. So friends, classmates, professors, supervisors, family. Reed has an incredible faculty and staff who may not have always worked in higher education. You have access to your peers whose families come from a variety of places and have done many different things in their life. So if your best friend's mom does something you're interested in, take advantage of that and talk to her. And most importantly, don't feel bad about capitalizing on the resources available to you that you have at Reed. So this is part of the reason why you chose to go to a small liberal arts institution in the first place. So access those resources. So you can also expand your network. Some ways to do this are attend networking events, such as a job fair, either on campus or virtually. Become involved in clubs, professional associations, and community events. Get funded to attend a professional conference through our Career Advancement Fund. Become engaged in community programs through volunteering with Seeds. And use the alumni directory in LinkedIn to find professionals in your field of interest. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to pull up the IRIS alumni directory here. You can see it here. So when you log into IRIS, this is the screen you see. So you'll find alumni directory right here under directories. So you go ahead and open that, and most likely you'll want to search under work, although if you do know a specific person you're looking for, you can also search that way. So here under industry, let's say we're looking for someone in education that is a high school teacher. So I'm just going to try high school teacher. And if you want to narrow it down by location, you can totally do that. So we'll just try, actually, let's do Portland and see if we find anyone this way. All right, so we found 4 alumni. You can see the Reed major, you can see what year they graduated, and you can see what they're currently doing and where they are, at least where they are last time they told us about their location. So keep in mind that people don't always update the alumni directory. They're more likely to update LinkedIn. So what you want to do is you want to cross-reference what you find here in the alumni directory with LinkedIn, which may be more current. Now, if you click through, these are all hot links here. So you can click through and you'll get contact information for these different people, and then you can send an email to them, which we'll talk about in a second. So another way to find contacts and to network is to use LinkedIn. So the key here is you want to start from the Reed College. So when you log in, it'll be on your homepage. So you want to search for the Reed College. So I have that under my recent there. And then it'll bring you to the homepage. So you actually want to click here on alumni. And then you can see that you can search here in the search box. And then you can also click on these different locations where you can choose where they live, where they work. And then if you click next here, you can see what they do and what they studied. All right, so let's say we're interested in environmental nonprofits work, and then we're going to choose a local again, and let's see what we find. Environmental nonprofit, Oregon area. Okay, so then we're going to go down and we'll see different people, different alumni here who are currently working for environmental nonprofits. There we go. Didn't take the search the first time, but now we've got it narrowed down here. And these look more like environmental nonprofits there. And then when you want to reach out to them, LinkedIn doesn't give you emails. You just click connect, and then you can write a little note saying who you are and why you're reaching out. All right. So once you've found a few alumni or other professionals who you would like to contact, the next step is reaching out, as I just mentioned. So some tips for how to do this. You want to be professional and courteous. So you want to make sure to address them by their proper honorifics. So if someone has a doctorate degree, you want to use doctor. If you're not sure if they have a doctorate, if you want to use Ms. for a woman and Mr. for a man. If you don't know what their preferred pronouns are, then you need to use their full name. Next, you want to set the context. So you want to introduce yourself and say how you found them. So for example, hi, Dr. Smith. My name is Julia, and I'm a fourth-year biology major at Reed College. I found your information through the Reed Alumni Directory. And then you want to explain your goals. So you might say something like, I hope to speak with someone who is currently working in the environmental nonprofit community, since I am considering this for possible career path. I see you currently work with the Nature Conservancy, an organization I'm very interested in. Okay, and then finally you want to make your request. So you might say something like, I was hoping you might be willing to meet with me virtually so I can learn more about your current role as Director of Conservation and your path into that position. Would you have 30 minutes in the next few weeks to meet with me? Sincerely, Julia. Okay. So here's another example, actually, of how to reach out. Very similar, different content. So in this case, you might say, Dear Ms. Smith, my name is Sue Jones, and I'm currently a senior at Reed College. I'm majoring in English, and I'm becoming increasingly interested in journalism. I saw from the Reed Alumni Directory that you are currently working for the Oregonian. I was hoping that I could learn more from you about your career path and what it is like working for a newspaper. I would love to set up a 10-minute phone call with you sometime during the next few weeks to speak with you about your job. Please let me know if this would work for you. Thank you for considering my request, and I look forward to hearing from you. All right, so once you've reached out, then you should get ready for the next step. And this is to prepare to conduct an informational interview. Now, this is different than a job interview, which we'll talk about in another session. So an informational interview is a conversation that you have with somebody who can provide you with information about a career, a company, or an industry. So the idea is for you to gain information about what careers may or may not appeal to you and how you can enter a specific profession of interest. So topics that you might talk about could be how they got started, what they like about their job, what changes come with the industry, or what makes a competitive applicant. So some tips on how to do this. Keep in mind that you are running the interview. You asked them to meet. So come prepared with a list of questions. Stick to your allotted time unless you're told otherwise, that they have more time and it's no problem. And then make sure to thank them for their time and for meeting with you in person, and also with a thank you email. And keep in mind, this is also a good opportunity to ask if they know anyone else you might benefit from speaking with. And if you're feeling nervous about doing all this, which is perfectly normal, I want you all to know that we're here for you. CLBR advisors are happy to have an appointment with you, to meet with you, and help you prepare for this informational interview. So now I'd like you to take a few minutes to find connections in your area of interest. So search on the alumni directory and use the LinkedIn alumni feature and find 2 alumni you would like to reach out to. So that's all for now. Thank you for joining.